I went over to Wyker's house and I knocked on his door. And he came to the front door and his face was all painted up. And he had tore holes in his jeans and tied these streamers in there that they put on the back of logging trucks when the logs hanging out too far. They put a piece of little red streamer. He had them all tied in his jeans, and he had feathers tied in his hair. And he said, "Come on in, man." He said, "I usually don't look like this, but I had to get out in public a little while ago, and long hair ain't enough anymore." And I just always loved that saying. So that is this song is called "Long Hair Ain't Enough Anymore." And the other thing that I can relate to about this is that I grew up in a time when long hair was damn sure enough to get your ass kicked.
Get busted for smiling on a cloudy day.
Get refused service in a restaurant, getting arrested by a police officer for nothing, I mean, I swear to God, but he may be right that it may not be enough anymore. But I'll tell you, once upon a time, it damn sure was. Let me see here. This thing's got a ton of lyrics on it. I don't know if I can remember them all. But here we go. Like I said, this is called "Long Hair Ain't Enough Anymore." If you're trying to be different and you want to get noticed, long hair ain't enough anymore. I knew a guy named Wyker said those words to me one day when I knocked on his front door. He had a face painted up, streamers on his jeans, and feathers tied in bunches on his head. It was a heck of a sight, but I couldn't turn away, and it made me think some more about what he said. And I saw what he meant when he said long hair ain't enough anymore. Well, he came from Alabama with no banjo on his knee, but he had this old beat-up six-string guitar. And his songs at their best were simple, short, and weird, but it seems like they took him pretty far. And if you asked him a question, well, he'd give you an answer, but you usually had to figure something out. He had some crazy stories that I wasn't sure was true, but it was fun trying to figure what they're about. And I know what he meant when he said long hair ain't enough anymore. He was a hard-driving man, sure drove some people crazy, but the truth is he would never drive you down. And he tried his best to blossom to a flower from a seed. Fact is, he was fun to have around for a while. Never called himself a hippie, but he smoked a lot of weed, and he wore that army jacket all the time. He was a spiritual guy. He did a lot of searching. Seems like he was always looking for a sign. And it's clear what he meant when he said long hair ain't enough anymore. Well, he caught me playing softball, came up to me and said, "First thing I've seen in months makes any sense." He kinda kept to himself, but he liked to get noticed. Fact is, sometimes he got way too intense. And he drove a little motocross. When he came around, you could hear him from halfway across town. He was a motorcycle mama, sail cat and baby Ruth. None of them ever wore a frown. And I reckon he was right when he said long hair ain't enough anymore. Alabama bohemian said long hair ain't enough anymore.